Hello everyone, welcome in another DragonHeir Silent Goods video. Yesterday we covered Taldi, today we're gonna cover an alternative, Aspalta. This is a more offensive alternative to using Taldi. However, since Aspalta is a melee hero, it's very hard to keep her alive. But the reason we want to use Aspalta, if possible, is due to the aura that increased the attack of all our heroes by 30%. This is very powerful. Aspalta also is one of the strongest PvP heroes in the game, as her battle skill can basically kill every enemy in the backline. However, we're not gonna build her for PvP purposes, we're talking PvE here, as this is where I'm doing good compared to PvP. So yeah, I've been using Aspalta recently in the Continental Challenge bosses instead of Taldi, and I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you how to build her. So the way I've been using Aspalta, well, maybe let's start with the way most people will be using Aspalta. So you will be using Aspalta as a damage dealer. She can be your main damage dealer if you don't have Ozul. However, she will not be as tanky as Ozul is. So keep that in mind. If you want to build her offensively, you will use this artifact instead of it being on Ozul. This will help with damage. You can build her as a nuke, or basically the same way Ozul, you can build her with the Dominator set and put attack percentage here and then crit damage gloves here as well. Once again, we don't want strike of the unprepared. We want the chaos symbiosis and we want crit damage because we will have crit rate coming from this. This way we complete the chaos symbiosis set. So this is your typical build. However, if you want to nuke, you will build her with Shade of Death. This will increase her critical rate, and if you have more crit damage than the enemy, you will get an extra 20% damage. This works as well. She's very versatile. However, we want the Echo set because it grants us more shadow energy, as she will be auto-attacking more, granting us better regeneration. Okay, well, no, let's first finish with the runes. So for the offensive version, you want crit damage because you have already crit rate, crit damage, and then you want attack with crit rate, etc. So this is how you build her offensively, right? And let's just put the correct set, the most standard build, a non-arena build. Once again, keep that in mind, as a PvP-wise, you will use different artifacts as well. So this is the PvE offensive version. However, what I've been doing is keeping her alive because she will be the one applying Witch's Remain. That's one way to do it. So if we go here, choose Witch's Remain, and we replace Taldi in that way. So we're replacing Taldi with her, so she will be our main Witch's Remain applier. We will give her an accuracy rune, basically taking it off Taldi. And now, as we know, against certain bosses, like right now, Continental Challenge boss, we need her to survive the fight. She's very squishy, she has no damage mitigation whatsoever. So what I do is I mix the offensive and defensive stats to make sure she survives long enough. So as we know, we will build her with this attack percentage, but we can also put Monolith gear on her, which will grant us extra 15% HP, which is good. She will not be doing damage, even in a small amount compared to Ozul, but in this case, she will still outdamage Taldi, and she will provide Ozul with extra 30%. Obviously, if you can have Taldi, Ozul, Daphne, and Aspalta, then it's all good, but in most situations, we can't do that. So to avoid that, the good way to build her, avoiding her death, is to build her with HP percentage on chest and defense percentage on the gloves. Okay, this way she will survive longer, and we still want the offensive gloves. Okay, we still want that, and this will ensure her survivability. And then we just follow up with the rest of the Cyril set just to make sure and we got enough accuracy. Remember, she will be the one applying accuracy right now, and this is our final build. Now, if she keeps dying, because you know the longer the fight goes, the bosses are stronger, you can replace crit damage and put an HP or defense rune as well. Remember, Ozul will be the one dealing all the damage in the team. All we want is, in this case, for Aspalta to stay alive long enough to keep applying Witch's Remain, as well as granting as granting us this serial set. And at the start we have this aura, because if we don't put her on the battlefield, we will have no aura, and that's the main issue when it comes to the Shadow team. If you're running those 3 heroes, you don't have an offensive aura, and if you put in another support, most of the time they do not have an offensive aura as well, so you're losing that 30% basic attack increase, which also increases the attack power of Daphne, and then increasing and additionally the attack power of Ozul, making him really strong. So recently I've been dumping Taldi and just building Aspalta more defensively to ensure her survival, so I can really do a lot of damage, and that's how I've been playing her, and I found it very successful. But let me know in the comment section how you've been playing her, especially if you're playing PvP using Aspalta. Let us know how you build her, as I bet you most of my viewers are really interested in how to do good in PvP, which I don't cover.